Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Saltwater Gaming. I am Ellison Smith. Today we're going to talk about something that goes on towards the end of the year. This episode I want to do a little bit of a top 4 wish list for 2018, or at least what I'd like to see come out of 2018. In this case, it's 2 games that I know for certain that are coming out. One that is apparently supposed to come out, and then one that I've seen trailers for, and I just hope that it actually does show up. So, right off the bat, the 2 that I know are coming out are the new Red Dead Redemption, so Red Dead Redemption 2, which is supposed to be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption from way back in the day. I've seen trailers for that, and it looks wonderful. Rockstar does a great job with everything that they do. They're very detailed for as much controversy as they cause. They are extremely detailed. The graphics look amazing. You are gonna have a wonderful time raising hell in the Old West and in the mountains and other kind of stuff. So for those of you that loved Red Dead Redemption, come 2018, we'll be releasing until I think the fall of 2018. So we do have a bit of a wait, but it's coming. So if you are excited to, rob stage, drag people behind a horse, then you're set. Second thing that I know for certain is the newest Far Cry. Now, this one got a little bit of flack, just like the new Wolfenstein did, with you are taking over, or you're going against a deeply religious cult in a small town, I believe it's Montana. Now, with the rise of prominent evangelicals that this past election had, this game is a little bit close to home. We've seen a lot more, I won't say crazy religious people, but we've seen a lot of people whose morals are a little bit shadowed by other beliefs. So that, mixed with, our current political climate, makes for a very interesting approach to this, especially it happening in a very small town. There's already been gameplay posted. There's been a couple trailers posted. So if you haven't already, go check it out. You get to fly in a customized crop duster plane with machine guns that can drop homemade bombs out of it. You get a dog, which is really all you need to tell me, is that I get a dog that can steal weapons. You can fish. I know that was huge in Final Fantasy 15, so they're just like, hey, here you go, you can fish in this one. It looks so much better than Primal did. And I know that people loved Primal, but Primal just seemed like a reach. Like they were kind of out of ideas, and they're just like, what about Caveman? And then, boom, you had it, and you just kind of repeated yourself for a lot of it. This one seems a lot more experimental with what you can do, and I'm looking very much forward to it. Next game that I've seen, it's not a trailer, it's very defined gameplay, I guess. It's very high graphic, high def gameplay, is the newest Spider-Man game coming on to this generation of consoles. I know Spider-Man Homecoming got a lot of good reviews, and a lot of people were glad that Tom Holland took over the position, and that his performance was really good. And I know that people have been kind of wanting, I don't want to say a good Spider-Man game, but a Spider-Man game that was as in was. And the gameplay that I've seen for this upcoming one that releases in 2018 is not only gorgeous, but almost looks like it's like a spiritual successor to Spider-Man 2. It's kind of a mix between Spider-Man 2 and the Arkham series. So, like, the Arkham Origins. I know it's, DC and Marvel, but it's in that same kind of approach to it, which to me is perfect. Spider-Man's he's not a detective, he's a neighborhood crime fighter, and he teams up with the Avengers and all these other kind of dudes. He essentially just stumbles into situations, and they're just like, hey, we need you to help out, and he's just like, okay. But yes, I've seen the trailer that they used with the helicopter chase throughout New York. It's gorgeous. The gameplay looks really natural. It's not simplified. It's not complicated. It's just very fitting for a superhero game. And to me, that shows that they've put effort into this, and that they've definitely crafted a game that is going to be wanting to be picked up and played by, the masses. So we'll find out how that goes probably late 2018. Before I get to my final game, I'm going to let Mike take over for a minute and let you know what we've got coming on Eventide Entertainment. So, Mike, tell them what we've got coming down the chute. You're listening to Saltwater Gaming, and we'll be back with you in a moment.
There's a reason they call them lazy Sundays. There's nothing better than sitting around and enjoying the comforts of a good book. But what book should that be? Well, every Sunday, Eventide brings you The Bookseller, hosted by Jessica Gillen. Each week, Jessica breaks down a different book and tells you everything you need to know before cracking it open and getting lost in a whole new world. Tune in every Sunday for The Bookseller with Jessica Gillen, brought to you by Eventide Entertainment. Wednesdays on Eventide, Robert Yetter and Mike Shea sit down and throw albums at each other, talking about them, picking them apart, ripping them a new one. All different artists, all different genres, all different levels of suckage. It's Track Record, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on the Eventide podcast feed. For more information, go to eventideent.com. Nothing brings people together quite like the movies, and every week Aaron Lopez wants you to join him in a discussion about the latest and greatest in the world of film. So grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and get comfy. Come join Aaron and friends every Thursday at The Drive-In, presented by Eventide Entertainment. You know, there's nothing quite as satisfying as a good conversation with intelligent company. Join comedian Don Smith every week as he sits down and talks with comedians, actors, filmmakers, writers, and everyday schmoes. It's The Life with Don Smith, Wednesdays at noon on 106.9 FM, and now available on the Eventide Entertainment podcast feed every Friday on Spreaker, YouTube, and iTunes.
Hey, thanks, Mike. So, welcome back to Saltwater Gaming. Now, for those of you that have checked out past episodes of the podcast, and if you have, thank you. Please keep doing so. But for those of you that have checked out the past episodes, you know that I talked about Kingdom Hearts and the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Well, apparently, underlined, apparently, 2018 is supposed to be the final year the last year that we have to wait to get Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, if you've seen the Disney Expo trailer, I think it's the D23 trailer, where they showed the Toy Story world and everything else, they gave us a 2018. It said coming in 2018. The problem with Square Enix, and especially when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, is that they've been crafting this for so long, and we've been getting so many pushbacks from it. We've got, the main one was just because they had to essentially go back in and completely redo the game engine, which came out looking fine. I mean, Mickey kind of looks a little bit weird and lopsided. Just the whole engine change thing and anime character now rather than Mickey Mouse. So it's one of those things where you hear it in being released in 2018, and I have hope. I have so much hope, and I'm just waiting to know, what part of 2018 I can go in and quote unquote so that I can pick this game up, because I have been waiting for I think almost 11 years. I think, yeah, it is 11 years as of 2017. For this to finally come out. And in the back of the mind of fans, for Kingdom Hearts fans, we're just kind of sitting there and we're just like, they're probably going to push it to 2019. And we're not even going to be surprised. We're not. We're going to say, well, I just want a perfect game, and I just take as much time as you want. And it was like, no, don't take as much time as you want. I need this now. I have waited a good portion of my life for this. I need you to release this, and I just need it. I need you to put it out. I need to see Toy Story. Darth Vader's apparently going to be in it. Your planet was talked about as being a world, and if it is, I will collectively lose every brain cell I have, because that is my ultimate favorite Disney movie. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 is alleged for 2018, and I don't know what time slot they would do. I would assume that it's going to be like November or December of 2018, like last minute kind of stuff, something you have to wait the entire year for. And if they do that, I'll be perfectly content. I really will. Because that'll just be, end of the... And, they're just like, it's still here, it's still there, it's just on the cusp, but it'll be out. So, there's a lot of other games that are coming out as well. Those are just my top 4. Monster Hunter World is coming out as well. I know a lot of people are really excited for that. I've never played the Monster Hunter series, but from what I've seen, Monster Hunter World actually looks really good. It's got a lot of customization. So if you're really into that kind of stuff, that should be right up your alley. We've gotten good releases this year as well. We got the newest South Park game. We got the Fractured Butthole, which I talked about in a previous episode. If you haven't checked that out, please go ahead and click back a couple weeks, and there it is. But it's been a long year. It's been a very long year. And I'm very excited to see what goes on. We also have the new God of War coming out, which is a PS4 exclusive. And that's Kratos versus Norse mythology. So he's going up against kind of like Thor and Loki and all this other kind of stuff. He also is fighting with an axe. And it's like Old Man Logan, but with Kratos. And I've played enough of the God of War, like 1, 2, and 3, to kind of know the story. This one just seems like it's kind of evolving the character. So, if you're a fan of that, God of War 3 comes out, or God of War 4, comes out, so do be picking that up. It looks like it's going to be a really good year for the big titles. I haven't heard much about indie titles, but I'm sure that they'll be, popping in and contributing, like they always do. But those were my top 4, plus a couple others that I added in. 2017, been a good year for gaming. 2018, there's a lot to offer. There's some stuff that's still a little bit shaky, looking at you, Square Enix. But hopefully we'll get everything out onto stores and into players' hands really soon. Hope everybody has their Christmas wish lists made up already, and they're ready to start bringing in the new year. Next week's episode is going to be a little bit of a free-for-all. It's either going to be a AAA title release. Probably, if it's a AAA title release, it'll be Wolfenstein, the newest Wolfenstein. If not, it may be another rant video. I'm not sure. It might be something talking more about Christmas. I'm very much ready for 2018 to be here, to see what we've got in store, gaming-wise, and just in life-wise. And as much fun as I've had in 2017 with all of the games, I'm ready to see what the future holds. So I hope a lot of people are feeling the same way. We'll see you next week on Saltwater Gaming. This is Ellison Smith, and I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.